Hello, welcome. Today's style is a neat French twist that pretty much never fails. This is it. It's got some swooped sides that I actually really like and are also very good for decoration. So I'll show you how to do it. Alright, for today's tutorial you will need a little elastic hairband. This is not essential, but I find it quite useful. And some pins or a ficcare. You can secure it either way. You can also secure this with actually any number of clips or other implements. I've not had much success with sticks, but you never know. The idea is that you can create a French twist that always looks neat. And actually, I don't have to be looking in the mirror to do this style and know that it looks good. Which is a big thing with French twists, because otherwise I always end up with a big poof that's not central, that I don't like. So we're going to start off by sectioning our hair. Just take a little section at the top. Doesn't really matter how thick it is. I've taken it just to the very, very top of my head. I haven't actually even brushed my hair. Okay, so I'm going to pull this section out of the way and just English braid this bit. Now don't plait too tightly or you'll see the top of the plait. So just loosely plait this, making sure to be careful to occasionally just move your hands down the rest of your hair so that you don't get anything else caught in it. That's the main thing to avoid. Plait it all the way to the end of this section, and I'm just going to secure it with an elastic. If you wanted to, you could not plait it, you could just section it off. And I will explain later how that would work, but I find this is actually a lot easier. And if you don't have a little elastic, another option is just to hold the end in your mouth, or if you have very sticky hair, leave it. Right, so we're pulling this over to the front to keep it out of the way. I'm going to take the rest of the hair and what we're going to do is take our fingers like we did on the French twist with the loop and spin upwards like this so that we wrap the hair around itself. So I will turn around and I will show you that. There we go, so we've got a sticky up bit now, and smooth the rest of your hair out. It doesn't matter if the top is uneven because we're going to cover it. So take this section here and twist down. Now that would be how you would do a normal French twist, but it leaves a poof, and I don't like the poof, so this is where this section comes in. I've just flicked it back and you can see that my hair is even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, wrap it round the hand that's holding the rest of the twist, and then just tuck it under. Now if you want a poof at this stage, you can take this section and push it forwards. The plait actually works really well for that. You can then secure it with a ficcare, or as I'm going to do, pins. I do prefer spin pins, but I have lost them, so I won't be using them. Now make sure it looks neat, and you can do this without a mirror with the French twist. You just sort of scrape over. and this look will actually give a bit of a swing on both sides. Alright, so I'll show you how I insert the pins. You take them with the hair and then in, so we're going like that to make sure that you catch some of the twist hair and some of the scalp hair, and essentially what you're doing is trapping all of the hair inside the twist. When we get to the bottom, I like to use a grip instead of a split pin. And I've secured that with 3 pins. So it's not a complicated style. You don't need to stick loads and loads and loads of pins in like you would for some of the French twists, which I find I don't like, because then you risk seeing the pins on the other side, and that's what you want to avoid. And this is a very neat, smart, elegant style, and I'm actually off to work now, and this is what I'm wearing to go. And you can obviously as well, with this tucky in section, you don't need to plait it, you can just wrap it around your hand and tuck it, but I find the plaiting makes it a lot easier to tuck underneath without losing bits of it. Alright, well I hope this has been useful for you. Happy styling!